Welcome to our CarBahn video. This week we're going to talk about high performance engines. So CarBahn, and previously Dinan that I used to own, has been making high performance and racing engines for 43 years. During that time, we won 3 racing prototype championships, 1 GT3 championship in Germany, 1 GS championship in the US, 1 ST championship in the US, and 2 overall wins at 24 Hours of Daytona. A lot of engine experience. On top of that, we built 50 streetcar engines every year for 20 or 30 years. I don't even know how long, but a lot of engines. So we built hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of high performance engines, so a lot of experience. Our streetcar engines come in 2 stages, stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1 is just beefing the engine up, making it stronger with forged rods and forged pistons. Stage 2 adds high performance valve springs and some cylinder head porting. So let's talk a little bit about the parts. We switched from the cast piston to a forged piston. This is made by CP. They use same piston quality we use in all our racing engines. Very strong, very good material. We also put a Carrillo connecting rod in, a forged steel rod, much stronger than the OEM rod. This enables you to run more boost, more power output with a lot greater durability of the engine. We also changed the rod bearings to a stronger rod bearing shell so the rod bearing won't fail for the increased power. When we go to the stage 2 engine, we also put high performance valve springs in. Now the reason we do the high performance valve springs is when you increase the boost, the pressure from the intake manifold and the pressure of the combustion chamber wants to lift the valve off the seat and make the valve leak a little bit when it closes, and we get less trapped mass. Trapped mass is the amount of fuel and air that we have in the combustion chamber to burn. Now a lot of people make this valve spring a lot stiffer, like 50%. We only go 20%. And the reason being is the OEM valve spring is primarily designed for, any valve spring is primarily designed for, to control the reciprocating mass of the valve and the valve spring and the retainer and the valve train parts itself. Only a little bit of the spring tension is designed to help the valve seal when you have a forced induction engine. You don't want to increase the valve spring tension any more than you need to, because more valve spring tension also causes more friction to the valve train, and the friction itself robs power and also makes the parts wear out faster. So we want just enough valve spring tension to compensate for the increased boost, and this is around 20%. I also want to talk a little bit about cylinder liners. A lot of people that build high performance engines put steel sleeves inside them. We think this is a bad idea. In the old days when I was young, we used to have iron blocks. The problem with the iron block or a steel sleeve is steel expands at half the rate of an alloy, and so the piston, which is made out of aluminum, will grow at a faster rate than the cylinder bore. So it forces you to make more clearance between the piston and the bore. This causes the piston to rock, reduces the ring sealing, and increases wear. It also doesn't exchange heat as quickly as the aluminum does. So an alloy bore, whether it be Nickel or Alusil, enables you to run tighter clearances, will make the engine last longer, reduces friction, increases heat exchanging, reduces overall weight in the engine. The only reason you really need a steel liner engine is if you're using monster power, like top fuel dragsters, things like this, or engines that have open deck block, and we'll have another video about that at some point in the future as to why you need to support the top of the deck. All CarBahn engines come with a 2-year, 24,000 mile warranty. The engines typically cost less than a BMW engine, so you're getting a lot more value for your money. We make engines pretty much all the modern BMWs, starting all the way back with the S65, S85, which make stroke and board, all the way up to brand new turbo engines. We just completed a new engine for the S58, B58, and the new S63s in the M5 and the M8. These are all available in 2 stages, stage 1 and stage 2, and you go on carbahn.com and find them. And you can follow us on social media at CarBahn Official.